Hi everybody, my name is pt.1 and today we will be playing Omerta City of Gangsters, which is a simulator tycoon of sorts. So without further ado, let's get on started and jump right on into the campaign. So this game hasn't been released yet, so the first few parts will be pre-release footage. I'm pretty sure they'll be patching this right on release day with a few new things, but until then all of this stuff is essentially beta footage, so bear with me. Now this game does have a few RPG elements included into the whole simulation thing, so we get to pick our character, you know, the godfather of our mafia or gang of sorts. So let's start by doing a few of these little thingies right here. Let's grab a few of these different traits. Essentially, we build a biography of our character, and while we're doing that, we're gaining quite a lot of these stats. So let's see, muscle helps our character move faster, finesse, proficiency with firearms, toughness, smarts, guts, and cunning. Now, I've already done this once already, so essentially it defines your character in the game and how he does certain things and whatnot. So when that's all set up, we finally go on a journey.
Here I am, fresh off the boat. $5 in my pocket, dreaming the American dream. I had to get my feet on the ground pretty damn quick. In the land of the brave, the wicked go unpunished. In the land of the free, freedom is an expensive commodity, even the freedom to have a drink. Success is never about hard work or fate cutting you some slack right when you need it. Success comes from giving the people what they need, when they need it.
Should have probably turned on the subtitles. I will be doing that in just a second. 5
minutes after I arrived in Atlantic City. The prohibition hasn't changed much here. Tourists still flock to the world's playground for a drink and a round at the tables.
Alright, let's start.
Freddie Tonino and Squigs got a room in the left.
So, you start off here on the overview map here. There's about, I believe, 20 or so missions in total over here.
5 minutes after.
And it's all connected to this meta game of sorts where your character levels up. You find different characters on the world map, and you essentially just grow and grow your little empire from the various different districts of the game, kind of like the tropical world map.
Welcome to Atlantic City, boss. Let's look around our new home.
All right, so this is the in-game screen right here. Now, what are we supposed to do? Move the camera around to explore the city. There we go.
Place to stay near the famous Boardwalk.
Now, most of these dialogue boxes do pretty much compose of most of the game. So let's go into the settings here. Let's go subtitles. Difficulty should be on medium. Graphics. My monitor goes all the way up to the maximum here, which is the widescreen settings, but I'm playing on low simply because I can record more footage like that. So just bear in mind that this isn't native resolution right now. Alright, so let's get us started. For some reason, this really looks like tropical to me. The engine just feels very familiar, and if you play tropical, you probably know. Let's send our boss character to his first mission location.
No rest for the boss.
Good job, boss. I eagerly await.
I remember something way back inside the early 2000s, if not like 1990s, where it was also a gangster type of game. It was also similar setting, but I think it was New York. It was a pixel, like an isometric game.
Looks like you found a couple of independent breweries, boss. We can steal some beer from them.
So obviously this takes place inside the Prohibition era. So what we've just done right there is that we went to this informant's house right here. We got some information along in regards to the local area, and you can see that there are two beer breweries here. So these are illegal breweries, and what we can start doing is that we can actually start raiding them. So let's get our boss to go and raid these places now. Bear in mind that we can have multiple characters here at once. I believe you can have a maximum of 6 or 5. And well, let's get on started in hiring our little second person, lackey of sorts, and we're going to hire Squigs over here, which is our second man.
Hi, boss. I heard that you found some guy stealing.
Oh God, I really hate his voice. Just really hate his voice.
It's a free country, innit?
But Squigs here, he is a burglar of sorts, level 1 burglar, so he'll be able to steal from these breweries a little faster.
That's how
it looks like the boss is done. PPC, that's us. He's done robbing this place. I'm not sure how many different resources are actually inside this game, but so far I've only found firearms, liquor, and beer, and I've only played through like the first 2 or so missions, including this tutorial.
You don't have many contacts yet, but that'll soon change, boss. In the meantime, you should maybe make a deal with the Irishman.
Ooh.
I was almost hit by a brick on the road today. Now I'm rethinking my life. I should buy some beer, open a pub, and give up my life of crime and racketeering.
Time to get my...
Alright, so gameplay inside this is kind of made up of 2 portions. Now you do stuff on the, or rather 3 portions I should say. You do stuff on the overview map here where you control your various different notable gang members to just run around, do some missions, rob a few places of course, and do a few drive-bys. And then later on you can move to the tactical gameplay where you can actually go into some buildings. You know, you control like a small group of people, kind of like the old XCOM games, really. And of course, you have this menu here where you can deal in certain products.
Boss, the job's done and we've got the money. We should use it to explore the district for more opportunities.
Ah, perfect. So now that we have a little bit of money, we can finally get started on expanding our little empire here. So first and foremost, we need to find another one of these informants, and let's send Squigs now, since he's right over here somewhere, and let's send him over to the informant's house. Let's go. Cheers.
It's a free country.
You always have 2 options inside this game. You can always spend money, or you can go the other route and do some kind of odd thing, in which in this case we can give this shopkeeper some beer for some information around the local area and its illicit activities that go around there. So while Squigs does that for us, let's check out what exactly is here. So this is a speakeasy, an illegal booze joint that's always looking for more beer. 30 beer. That's how much we need to actually sell to the place. And let's see if we can re-raid these places. Nope. We can raid them for 20 beer, but it takes us a little bit of time. But these places are not a very renewable
I can't
business.
find Squigs anywhere. I'm afraid something may have happened to him.
Oh. Squigs is in jail. That might be some problem. Let's send PPCC over here to this street corner. It looks like there's a special mission here, so we're gonna get him to run all the way there. And you know, this is kind of why it reminds me of Tropical. You know, the music is familiar, and more importantly, everybody seems to run around inside this game to get to places. You know, it's just like cars. What are they?
Bars. Some people saw Squigs get jumped by 3 goons. They dragged him into their car and drove off away from the boardwalk.
Ah, I see. So this place is where Squigs is being held. And now we can get to actually go into the little combat tutorial. But before we do that, let's get that
I'll
voice.
take care of him.
Let's get that setting changed so that I hope the audio would be a little bit better on your part. You know, people just run back in the days. Everybody was a lot less fat and they were a lot more healthy because cars were apparently out of style or something. Combat time.
You want something done right? Do it yourself.
You select your combat team from that screen, and occasionally there will be like a few bonus things, but apart from that, then you go in there. Okay. Yeah. Combat really boils down to, you know, you have like all sorts of different weapons inside this game. For right now, you start off with pistols, and you move up to like shotguns, Tommy guns, revolvers, all sorts of different firearms and stuff like that. But the combat really essentially boils down to you having 6 different abilities, plus the aim shot button here, and
All right, let's go.
you've got 2 different resources here. So you got your movement points for obviously movement, and you got AP up here, which is just for doing pretty much everything.
Time to get a
else.
move on.
Looks like we've encountered an enemy. So, to my knowledge, movement points are used differently than AP. So like if we move, it doesn't drain our AP, so then we can always move then shoot. So let's get into a better position right here where we can take cover and just unload onto this guy. Now I find it kind of weird how they do this whole up top menu thing. This is the turn order. It shows you different characters
personal.
have different
Time to get a move
speeds, which is really dependent on your stats and your like courage and all that good stuff. I'm pretty sure we've alerted the guards here to our presence, so we're going to just kind of crawl around, bounce from cover to cover, and do this all sneaky like.
Time to get a move on.
Or we can just run in here. Looks like we found him. Hello, Squigs. Alright, so now I believe we're supposed to go back outside, so let's get started with that. So now you can see that the turn order has actually changed here. The bad guys typically are slower than you, or rather the good guys, I suppose. So, you know, if somebody gets injured, if they get pinned down, obviously their
All right,
turn
let's go.
count here is going to be a lot lower, and generally that's kind of how this upper menu thing works.
On it.
The bad thing about it is that it kind of tells you where everyone is before the battle actually starts. No, I had wanted you to just go there. Bad thing is that it tells you how many different opponents you have on the map, so it isn't really all that spooky kind of like XCOM.
Yeah, boys.
Still doesn't look like there's anything over here. Maybe we can make a quick dash.
Horse feathers. Here they are.
Oh, there he is. Make a dash to cover. And now Squigs here, he is a burglar. He has a different trait than us. So there are different like classes for the different people there, and essentially it just boils down to what they start off with. Let's use defensive stance here. This will make him a little more buff, I would say. So incoming attacks have a chance to miss, a higher chance to miss. Let's go get him to do that. Let's get our main guy here. Let's get the PPCC to light this gangster out with a few bullets. Are they really going to shoot me and only me, not Squigs? No, it doesn't matter.
Aim, damn it!
And apparently we just shot ourselves. Oh, that's just fantastic. Alright, let's get ourselves into some cover, into a nice little place to hide. These are some really close range gunfights.
Nothing personal.
There we go, one's dead. This guy, we can run behind him for a bit of a damage boost, I believe. So now if we can shoot him,
Good job, boys.
I think we do like a little bit more damage.
Fall down.
Yeah, there we go. And there we go. Victory.
Thanks
So there will
for
be like
saving me from
multiple
those
combat
thugs, boss.
missions.
I would have taken them out myself if they hadn't snuck up on me like that.
So there will be multiple combat missions like that throughout one scenario. You can actually fight the cops and rob banks and stuff like that through the use of that menu. So it looks like we gained some level ups. Each person has different talents, of course, and we can actually spend the level up on different traits. So there's quite a lot of different perks inside the game. You know, roughly 2 and a bit of another page here. Let's see what we can get. We can get ranged specialist, get some more damage, increase our courage, some more movement, melee attacks, criticals, sniper, not that useful. Tough might be actually pretty useful. So what I think I'm going to do is actually go with this whole vengeful trait, inflict 50 damage on the enemy that hit the character last, simply because typically, you know, the battles are fairly small. It's only,
now that you've dealt with it,
you know, 1 to 5 people typically, so I think this vengeful trait will be fairly useful. So let's get Squigs and the boss that. Next objective, make 1,000 dirty money. Let's go to this overview tab, see if there's anybody selling anything good. So we can buy some beer from Charlie, and we can get some liquor from Mike. Let's go to this speakeasy, check the supply. 30 beer, 600 bucks. That's how much we can sell to them. So this looks like a pretty good deal.
A real boss ain't afraid of grunt work.
Let's send PPCC to go and deal with that. In the meantime, Squigs over here will use his robber talents again. Oh, never mind. These buildings are still on cooldown, so with a burglar, it says down here you get 25% or 25% more loot than you normally get. So instead of 20 beer, I believe we get like a even 25, which would be really nice. Well, there's this distillery right here, which we can also rob, and a warehouse. Oh hey, we can actually rent storage from the warehouse. Storage we'll need later on, where we just simply have too much booze and too much stuff to actually store. Ooh, that is appealing. We can raid the warehouse for 40 beer. With Squigs here, we gain an additional little bit of loot. So let's send him and do that.
It's good to do business. So good.
Now, as with the whole mafia thing, certain events like this will pop up.
You insult.
You know, things can go wrong, deals can go bad, and sometimes they play out as missions. Sometimes your henchmen do get kidnapped and stuff like that. Kind of happens. What has happened to Squigs now? Because we didn't have enough money to pay that guy, it looks like he was injured. He has a persistent wound, so it'll stay around for a little bit. And well, I believe that stays to the end of the mission. So losses from those tactical battles do carry over onto the overworld map here for a little bit. Samuel Johnson over here sells guns. Mike Hedges also sells a few guns, and Joseph Springfield sells booze. I don't know about you, but this engine really looks like it's pretty much the same engine that Tropical 3 and 4 runs on. It really looks like it. And I really like that, simply because it does weather effects really nicely. It does, and it does the buildings really nicely.
You want something done right? Do it yourself.
There we go. Made some more money.
Done, boss.
Spriggs robbed that place, so I think we can supply again in about 2 minutes. But it looks like we're a little full on stuff. So let's sell the majority of this beer. Like that. 970. We only need to make 1,000.
Shalom. Beer.
Should have sold to Joseph Springfield.
Beer.
He's all about beer. Since we only need like about $5 or so dollars, I think I'll just do that.
Damn thugs again. The ones that beat me up. We have to take them out before they end up taking our money, boss.
Aw, Spriggs. he always gets into trouble. So, get our 2 people. We can go into the mission. You can also auto-resolve it if you'd like.
Ready, boss.
Yeah, and this is where the persistent wounds show up. So Spriggs, he in that deal we had with that person that we were buying beer from, if he pretty much intimidated us so that if we don't buy more from him, he'll essentially injure one of our henchmen. But the only problem was that we didn't have enough money to buy any more from him. So he went over here and decided to beat the crap out of Spriggs, I guess. And now we had to deal with consequences.
I'll take care of him. I'll take care of him.
To cover. There we go.
Time to get a move on.
They really like ganging up on one person.
Yeah, boss.
Let's get Spriggs to, first and foremost, move into a better spot. I have a feeling that he's going to take a lot of hits otherwise.
I shoot you, you fall down.
This guy, I think, has a knife, where actually he's just going bare-fisted, so he's not going to do a lot of damage to us. It's mainly the people with guns. Let's get the boss to...
Time to meet your maker.
Him.
Yeah, boss.
Ended like that. Get Spriggs. Spriggs is bleeding, I believe. Causes 10 damage each turn. That's going to drain his life really, really fast inside this game. Health is quite a little bit of a problem.
Alright, let's go.
Then again, it kind of makes sense. I mean, most people don't really have any form of body cover.
Nothing personal.
Well, there we go.
Those goons were persistent until I taught them a lesson. I doubt they'll be coming back soon.
There we go. Alright, well that's the tutorial, folks. Be sure to like the video and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Part 2 will be coming up right away, and along with Part 3 and 4. And I will see you guys on release date for Part 5. So, until then, bye-bye.